All the worlds were in peace after Sami restored the balance between light and darkness. The ground he stood upon seemed to pulse with life, and the clear sky promised a bright future. Nevertheless, Sami felt his journey was not over yet. The old guardian stood beside him and said, "You have restored the balance, Sami, but the worlds are not yet stable. Chaos has retreated, but it hasn't vanished completely. You are now part of this balance, and you have the responsibility to protect the worlds." Sami gazed at his friends, the crystal tiger and the flying creature, and said, "If there's more to do, I won't stop now. What is our next step?" As they spoke, golden sparks formed strange symbols in the sky. The symbols glowed and merged to reveal a message saying, "The source is collapsing. Light and shadow are in danger. Come to the Valley of Origin." Sami hesitated for a moment. Then the guardian said, "The Valley of Origin is where the first power of light and darkness emerged. If it's collapsing, the balance you restored faces a new threat." The guardian led Sami and his companions to a new gateway that appeared suddenly. When they passed through it, they found themselves in a peculiar world. The Valley of Origin was unlike anything they had seen before. It was a mixture of light and darkness. Trees were illuminated on one side, while enveloped in shadow on the other. The sky was split into two, one half bright blue, and the other a majestic black. Yet, the ground seemed to be slowly breaking apart. Massive cracks widened, and energy seeped out like water. The bird said, "This place is not normal. I feel something here controls everything." As they ventured deeper into the valley, three colossal creatures appeared, each representing an aspect of balance. The first was a creature made entirely of light, shining with pure white radiance. The second was a creature of deep darkness, its eyes glowing red. The third was a mix between the two, half light and half darkness. The middle creature spoke, its voice wise. "You are Sami, bearer of the blue stone. You restored balance, but balance only endures if its sources are protected. The Valley of Origin is under attack." "Who is attacking the valley?" Sami asked with concern. "There is a third force trying to control the origin. It's neither light nor darkness, but a mix of both. We call it the Gray Shadow. It is a corrupt power, seeking to destroy everything and create a world of absolute chaos." Sami and his companions decided to move towards the heart of the valley, where the energy of the origin resides. The path was fraught with challenges. The ground's cracks appeared suddenly, forcing them to jump and move cautiously. Corrupted creatures, manifestations of the Gray Shadow, attacked them relentlessly. These creatures were unlike anything they faced before. They possessed incredible speed, and their energy absorbed both light and darkness. "We can't beat them the traditional way," shouted the crystal tiger. Sami thought quickly, then used his new energy to create a wave of both light and darkness together. When that wave struck the creatures, they evaporated instantly. The bird said, "Your new energy is the key. You need to master it more if we are to reach the heart." When they reached the heart of the valley, they found a giant entity occupying the place. This entity was a massive vortex of gray shadow, moving as if it was alive. "Finally, you have reached me, bearer of the blue stone," said the entity in a layered voice. "Who are you? And why are you trying to destroy the valley?" asked Sami firmly. "I am not a creature like light or darkness. I am a result of an ancient mistake when the early ones tried to create an unnatural balance. I am the truth they tried to bury. My existence means the end of balance and the beginning of absolute freedom." "Freedom? What you're doing is absolute chaos, destroying everything. And isn't that what everyone wants? Liberation from the constraints, from both order and chaos? You cannot stop me." The battle began. The Gray Shadow was incredibly powerful. Every attack from Sami was absorbed or reflected back. "We can't defeat it this way," cried the crystal tiger. Sami pondered for a moment, then realized something. If gray shadow is a mixture of light and darkness, it needs both to exist. What if we separate them? Sami started to focus his energy, attempting to create two waves, one of pure light and the other of pure darkness. The process was exhausting, as if it drained all his strength. "Hurry, Sami! We can't hold on much longer," shouted the bird. Finally, Sami unleashed the waves towards the gray shadow. As they collided with it, the entity let out a terrifying scream and began to disintegrate slowly. After the battle, the Valley of Origin began to regain its tranquility. The cracks started to close, and the energy flowed naturally again. The Guardians of Origin appeared once more, and the middle creature said, "You saved the Origin once again, Sami. But remember, balance isn't permanent. It requires continuous protection." Sami smiled and said, "I will always be here to protect the worlds. It's my responsibility now." But is the gray shadow completely eradicated? Or will its remnants find a way to return one day? And will Sami be able to maintain the balance in the future? Stay tuned for the next part.